Let's begin. So good evening. Welcome to BUSTEC313. It starts tonight. So my goal for this evening is simply to get you started with some orientation activities. We are using Canvas for this class, and the online conferencing centers that we will be using will be Confer Zoom, and we will be using CCC Confer. CCC Confer is a little bit more comprehensive than Confer Zoom, and both environments do need a little plug-in. So if you weren't able to join us tonight, I am more than welcome to create a one-on-one conference with you just to make sure you're comfortable with Confer Zoom. Then once we start using CCC Confer, we have some additional plugins that you'll need to use as well. So every time we have an online session, it will be recorded and posted within 24 hours. And I'll post it up on YouTube with a link and closed captioning, so it'll be available for you. Well, welcome. So this is BUSTEC313, and we've completely reconfigured the class. In the past, it's been just only business presentations, but as all of you who are present know, business presentations largely take a web presence now, so for accessibility as well as showmanship. So we are going to do this entire course online, much as you would in the real world, giving presentations. So let's start with Canvas and make sure you're very comfortable with the orientation activities for the week. There are several different ways that you can navigate through this Canvas. I'll always put a hyperlink to the current activities. So if you went to this week getting started, this week is very unique. In this week's activities, you must go in order. So you cannot skip around in this module. You can go to next. You'll be learning about the syllabus. There's also some life tools and some resources that we've put here for you. At one point in time, there's going to be a quiz, and you must score at least 85% or better on the quiz to continue. One of the main pieces of information to review this week will be the syllabus. So I want to touch bases on just some highlights in the syllabus. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm opening it up in PDF format for you. And I'm going to enlarge it just a little bit. You all have access to this, and Oksana or Pa or Jennifer, can one of you just confirm that you can see the syllabus electronically online now? Just a yes or a no? Wonderful. Thank you, Pa. So this has all the information you need, and I've also embedded the information in Canvas. There's a couple things I really want to bring to your attention. Noticing that you will be using Canvas, there are some resources available to become a little bit more familiar with Canvas for those of you who are transferring over from D2L, as many of us are, and this is a learning process. So please be patient with me as well as we start to learn this new LMS and learning system. Spring break. It's very important that you know that we have no online activities during the time of spring break. So we will not be meeting online during that Tuesday, and so you can plan accordingly. In this class, we have some basic student outcomes, and this is what's key that I go through with you now. Being able to describe the different types of business presentations and mediums, analyzing the purpose of a presentation that's business-oriented, selecting the correct presentation style and medium to deliver, preparing presentation content, handouts, online polls, and notes for delivery. With online polls, we'll be using polling online software, just so you become familiar with it. Creating supportive visual aids such as slide decks, flip charts, and whiteboards. In this case, we're using an electronic whiteboard, and if I was to go to New Share right now and go to Whiteboard, this is the whiteboard content here, and I can share this with you. So although I can create images and type and draw and create text boxes, in theory, in the Confer Zoom atmosphere, I can also share it with you. So for example, Jennifer, if you have access now, what I've done is I've given Jennifer temporary access to control my screen. And I'm simply going to see if she can use her mouse. And Jennifer, if you could use your mouse and see if you can grab any of my tools. So notice Jennifer's now moving her mouse around, and you can go up to a drawing tool and select the drawing tool of your choice, redo, undo. And Jennifer is now actually controlling my screen. From Jennifer's perspective, if you want to take yourself off mute as well, I'll be interested in the ease of use. So if we're creating text boxes and then we're using our keyboard to type, it'll be really interesting if I'm giving you control exactly how the ease of use is. And this is the first time that we are using it, so it'd be interesting on the feedback. So Jennifer, I'm going to take control back. Perfect. Awesome. I'm going to come back and I'm going to go back and share the syllabus. We're also going to develop charts and graphs and other illustrations to support ideas, provide presentation styles and feedback for improvement, create, edit, and deliver business presentations as part of a team, as well as create, edit, and deliver web-based presentations. So in this class, it's pretty comprehensive and we've got a lot to cover. So we've got some lecture topics as well. So what I've done is you'll notice at the very end of the syllabus, there will be not only the grading criteria, you will have homeworks and quizzes, weekly presentations, and let me make sure to assure you, an example of a weekly presentation could be just the creation of one slide or one infographic. Individual business presentations, group presentations, and final exam. Here is our layout. For this week, the introductory dates on the 14th, our goal was to start your orientation activity, have an online conference, and introduce you to web and video-based conferencing environments. And so for this week, it's introducing you to Confer Zoom. Okay, I'm going to go back. Once you've reviewed the syllabus, it's going to take you through all my contact information. Please notice I do text and my texting number is there. Here again is your student learning outcomes. I do not require a text for this course. All of the instructional material that I can provide for you is either available online or I'll be creating the original videos myself. So the minimal amount that you need to spend in this class will be for online, reliable internet access. If that means you need to go to ARC and use 152, please do so. You will want a headset, as well as a webcam is not required, but it will be preferred at certain points in time when we demonstrate some webcam techniques. The technology requirements, in addition to reliable hardware and internet access, is making sure that all your browsers are up to date. I use Chrome. I find that Confer Zoom, as well as other environments, do all work well in both Firefox and Chrome. Edge is still having a few little issues. The course expectations are here for you. What's very important is that you understand that you have student expectations as well as what to expect from the professor. So please read those carefully. Regarding communication, my office is located in Howard Hall 137. I do have office hours. However, my office hours can also be virtual and I'll make it work for you. So simply shoot me an email. Tell me when you're available, what you'd like to talk about it, and we'll make it happen. My office phone number is here. Please, if you call my office number, leave a voicemail. It not only will leave me a voice message, but it will also ring my phone as well as transfer it to a text. I also have my voice and text Google number here for you, and you're welcome to use that 24/7. Regarding participation and attendance, it's going to be really important that we find a time that works for you. This is a 2-unit class, and you can be expected to spend at least 4 hours of work outside of class every week working on projects. Now, of course, for some of you, it may take longer depending on your skill level. For some of you, it may take less time because you are very, very skilled. But still, please give yourself a window of time that you set aside to be present to this class. In addition, we are going to meet online live one night a week. For tonight, it was 7 p.m. However, I am going to ask for your feedback and if you would like this to change. I'll speak to that in a moment. When you're working through your orientation activities, notice we also have policies listed for you here regarding late work, copyright, my grading scales reiterated here, netiquette tips for use and online, and what my expectations are in discussions as well as emails. There will be quizzes and exams in this class. Everything is open note, open book, open brain, but it does help to set aside a time when you won't be interrupted. I've also placed here for you an entire collection of support links. This is where to get your final grades, financial aid, registration issues, student service issues, technical support, VA, and even withdrawals. Library resources may be very important to you in this class when it comes to a couple research topics. So there's nothing hugely comprehensive when it comes to research, but please always remember the library is there for you, and their resources are bountiful. Now, this is a student learning contract. What you will need to do when you take this is to go through this survey and make sure that you agree to all of the aspects of the survey. You'll read them carefully and then making sure that you agree and then submit the quiz. This will allow you to continue on to the next step. This is a discussion. You're going to take time to introduce yourself. As you can see, some people have already begun. In your introductions, at least 25 words. You're going to tell us why you're taking this course, your education and career background, why you're working towards a certificate or a degree at ARC, and what's your favorite vacation or getaway place. There's also going to be a syllabus. Please make sure you take your time on this. You do have 2 attempts. All information is based upon items that are and can be found in the course syllabi. Now, this has not been unlocked for you yet because I have not taken the quiz. However, I'm going to show you what these 2 more things items contain. When you work through all the modules, at the very, very end, there's something that's called 2 more things. In 2 more things, it's going to be 2 additional tasks. Several of you have already completed the first one. There are 2 more items to help us prepare for this class. First of all, the Get to Know Me survey. If you've already completed this Get to Know Me survey, then naturally you don't need to do it again. Now, the second thing is I really want to field you out as far as your availability on Tuesdays. So click here to access this doodle survey. There's a doodle survey that has been created for you. I want you to tell us your availability. I've tried to make an array of times on Tuesdays. Tuesdays I have blocked out just for your class to be available to questions, retutoring, creating lessons, and grading papers. So if you would like to let me know your availability, we will go and make sure we select the time that is most convenient for everybody. But once again, remember, I will always be recording. Once you've completed all the orientation activities and the 2 more things, you're done for the activities of the week. The way the pace of the week will work out is on Mondays of every week, I will release a new module, but it will not be until Tuesdays when I go through it step by step. For those of you who'd like to look ahead, you'll see it in creation on Monday, perhaps appearing little at a time. But it'll be Tuesdays that I release everything, and during our time online together, review everything in detail. After I review everything in detail will be the time that I then assign all assignments, and you will have 1 week to complete. Any assignments that I assign on a Tuesday will be due exactly 1 week later on the following Tuesday at midnight. So, this is BizTech 313. It's a fun and interactive class. Any questions right now? Terrific. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording, but I'll hang out for a while. If you have any questions, please just let me know or email me. Or again, you can use the lounge or the inbox to send me a message. Have a great evening.